what have we here?
We have Egyptian alabaster vessels for holding perfumes and unguents, and a lamp.
Now, I've heard that one reason the robbers went into the tombs was they was after the perfumes as much as the precious materials.
Well, the nice thing about the perfumes is that you take them out of their vessel and they're completely portable and completely unidentifiable. You don't have to melt them down, you just take them out and run with them.
Low risk.
Yeah, the perfumes and unguents were made out of various kinds of animal fats and plant extracts and essences. I don't know what kind of oil they used to burn in this particular lamp. This is a Senate game, and there were ritual overtones to that. Normally you'd play with two people against each other, but one of the things the deceased had to do by the New Kingdom, and this shows up in the Book of the Dead, you played against an invisible opponent and you have to win to progress into the afterlife.
So we know how the game was played.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. You throw sticks and you have to move your pieces along. I think it's sort of a predecessor of maybe Parcheesi or something like that. More beautiful, or maybe not so beautiful, alabaster vessels. This is a neat one. It's in the form of an ibex, which is a desert animal.
Yes.
You can see one of the names of the king on its shoulder. And that horn is actually a real ibex horn. The second one is missing. And this guy's one of my favorite. This is the god Bes, and he protects women in childbirth and women and children. And he's just a very unusual fellow. He's usually shown as a dwarf with either a human head but always with the mane around it, so he's sort of a blend of a dwarf and a lion. And he's often got his tongue sticking out like that. Tutankhamun was buried with a lot of food and drink. Very important to have supplies for the afterlife. And as far as we can tell, Tutankhamun liked his food.
Now, is this going to be enough wine for eternity? Or?
Well, this is only part of his supply.
Okay, I hope so for him.
Yeah, and of course it'd be magically perpetuated, so you don't really have to bring enough for, millions of years. But what's also fun about these wine jars is that they're inscribed, and they'll say, for example, the year of the king, the vintage. I mean, these are, it's like a label like you'd find on a bottle nowadays. It says where it's from, who's the chief vintner, and it also tells you, I think you had asked me earlier about where the food came from. The king would have estates all over the country. For example, one of these wine jars is, it says that it's year 5 of the king, and it's from the estate of the Aten, remember the Aten, in Charu, which is way at the eastern edge of the delta. So they've got some vineyards out there. They had red wine, they had white wine, they had different qualities of wine. But he did not seem to like beer. He was not buried with beer.
No beer in the tomb?
No beer. I don't think so.